Hey, how's it going? I wanted to take a moment to talk about a product that I've been taking. I want to tell you a little bit of a story though, because I think this review will actually help more people than just maybe your average run-of-the-mill person that's looking to boost their testosterone. Several years back, I was very big into hitting the gym. I played college sports, Division I college football. I was not the biggest guy. In high school, I literally weighed 155 pounds playing football, and then went to Division I football and was only 165 pounds. Basically, was able to compete for 1 year, and after taking the punishment of Division I football in practice, I literally was I busted my shoulder up so bad that I wasn't ever going to be able to play again. So with that, comes a little bit of depression, and you want to kind of get back on your feet. It's a big ego hit, pretty much. And so what I did was, after finishing with not being able to play football anymore, I never did this while I was playing, but after playing, I knew I wasn't going to be involved in the NCAA. I decided to take some steroids. So I started with taking D-ball, Dianabol, which is it's pretty common steroid. It was an oral at the time that when I was taking it. I think it's only an oral. Maybe you can inject it. I don't know. I didn't want to inject it at that time because I was scared. I was like literally 18 years old. Just got off this shoulder surgery from football, and like I basically, lost any muscle mass that I had at that time, which wasn't a ton, but I was pretty cut up. I was very very strong prior to taking this, and I'll tell you, I wanted to recover from this shoulder injury super quick. Well, I started taking this stuff. Literally, I mean, my bench press alone, which isn't a great, I wouldn't say a bench press is a great, like strength indicator, but it is. It does. Just a good thing to, you know, go off of. Well, my weight went from within like a 4 week time taking Dianabol. My weight went from 165 to 185. I was yoked out of my mind. I was literally, doing. I think I was doing 2 plates, so 225, and I was repping it 18 to 20 times. I felt unstoppable. Okay. Well, then, you know, I started to see some side effects. I started getting bloody noses, which is a common side effect. I was never really angry, but very bloated because you retain a lot of water. I went and had my blood pressure checked. My blood pressure was definitely very very high. A lot of side effects that you read about for when you start taking the steroids, but nothing that really scared me. I was 18. Uh, the other thing was in like crazy sex drive on steroids. Now this is by no means is this like a pitch to go try steroids. I don't. After you learn a little bit more about what I'm going to explain to you, you'll kind of understand why I'm doing this review. Um, got off that. Never really lost much of the weight. Kept the 185. Definitely lost the edge of being able to push that much weight and that type of stuff. And then from there on, you kind of have this like you feel almost invincible when you're on that type of stuff, and so you continue to take it, and so you'd cycle on and off. And for another 2 years, I'd cycle on and off different steroids because it was just it made you feel so good. And that's part of the reason I'm not putting my face on this review is I just, I don't, I'm giving you a review, an honest review, but I don't want to, be looked at as that guy or whatever. So I'm just putting that out there. But I decided at a certain point that I just didn't want to do it anymore. Like I was having weird issues. I had a couple issues that were from the use, and I was just like, you know what? This just isn't worth it. Like I don't want to be that guy in the gym that, when I'm 35, 40 years old, it's just the juice head that's like everyone just looks at. You know the guys that are on juice in the gym. And it's I didn't want to be that guy. I just I kind of grew out of it. And but with that, what happens is when you take steroids, your testosterone levels go up so high that your body stops producing the natural testosterone, okay? And so then when you come off of them, you have to do some things to come off of them to equal out your levels. Well, I wasn't always like great at doing that because I was kind of in the moment thinking like, well, I'm just going to take it again, so whatever. Well, that definitely had an effect, has had an effect on me. Um, Weird stuff, not to get super into it, but just weird stuff like, when you take testosterone, your testicles shrink up, and you have, and that people talk about that all the time, like, oh, they really suck up like your pre adolescence, pre puberty. Well, after finishing like my last time I ever did steroids, they literally sucked up and they never would drop again. Um, and that's probably because I wasn't producing testosterone like you do when you go into puberty, and that's why your balls drop. Not to get too graphic. Anyway, I kind of took a couple years off the gym, started to get lazy and out of shape, and the whole thing. And I've been looking for a product to. I wanted an all natural product basically. I know you can go down to like these like the muscle stores or whatever and buy the over the counter stuff. What I've learned from those is that's nothing more than a real steroid. And they'll try to tell you they're not, and they're legal, so they're selling them over the counter. The bottom line, guys, is those things that they sell you at those stores, they're just the next thing that the FDA hasn't shut down yet. Okay, and I've had, I tried some of those in the past before really wanting to be in like more of an all natural type of a situation, and I had some horrible side effects. Horrible. I mean, worse than even the steroids, because they're putting concoctions or cocktails together that aren't being picked up as a true steroid at the point. But make no mistake, those are true steroids, and you should not be taking them, because you'll have some of the side effects that I saw, as well as some long-term side effects that you definitely need to you want to steer clear of. So the problems I was starting to have as I got older and a little bit out of shape is, sexual desire down horribly, desire to get into the gym horribly down. Basically, low testosterone. All the different things you read about low testosterone, depression, all those things I was having because I had basically, I think because of the use of those steroids or whatever, I'd really lost a lot of I think my natural testosterone levels where they should have been. And so started doing research, started looking at stuff online, started reading a ton, just becoming like an avid reader of different stuff that was out there, and tried several products and didn't see some great results. Tried some stuff from the local stores that were more the natural, and then I actually got referred to this by a buddy of mine who was also a previous user of steroids, and he's been taking pro testosterone for the better part of this last year, and he referred it to me about 3 months ago. And this is it's January 13th is when I'm making this review video. Anyway, so I've been taking it now for 3 months. Here's what I will say. Do you feel like you're on the steroids? Are you at that level? Absolutely not. Nothing's going to simulate overdosing your body with synthetic testosterone from, whatever. It's not going to happen. Did it get me to the point where my sexual desires were through the roof again? I'm, great pumps in the gym, desire to be back in the gym, getting me off my butt, seeing actual gains where you wouldn't see those types of gains, if you were taking no supplements at all. Yes, yes, and yes. I've seen it's just like an ultimate, I guess like a ultimate shift in the way I feel, without having the weird side effects of, like what a steroid would do to you or a steroidal over the counter. I don't have those weird things, those weird feelings in like kidneys and liver aching and the weird stuff that you get because the one criteria that I wanted was I wanted an all natural herbal remedy. I wanted an herbal testosterone booster, and I always go back to the fact like, there's a lot of different things on this earth, and there's so many things that we take on a daily basis that are natural, that do our body well, that can clean our body, or that can cure our body. But Western medicine, it's all about drugs, 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 and so that's where we always think we gotta have the chemical version. When in reality, there is major studies behind the herbal side of things, and there's ways to boost your testosterone naturally instead of chemically. And so I guess my my overall review from this product, from being taking the toughest stuff on your body to taking now an herbal, is no, it does not give you the ridiculous strength that you'll maybe have when you're on a steroid, but does it give you an edge? 100%. I feel better than I felt in years, and it's honestly, it's my wife's happy, and I don't know, I'm happy, man. I feel great, I feel confident, and I really really like the product. um, what I'll do, I'm gonna put a link in the description down below, where I got my bottle of it when I first started trying it out. And the reason why is there's a lot of I think places that are trying to like rip off or sell illegitimate bottles of this stuff because of the, like the overwhelming, probably, I guess, people ordering it or whatever. So I'm gonna give you where I order mine. I order it to this day through there. I believe they even have some discounted rates or whatever. And I think you can even get a free bottle if you want to try it. They end up billing your card, whatever, if you don't return it and say you don't like it. But honestly, guys, if you are someone that's in the gym, you're trying to get shredded up, put on some exercise, and just get an edge without being taking the stuff that's going to be super harsh on your body and give you some long-term side effects. This stuff is 100% legit, and I hope you like my honest review. Sorry, I'm not gonna put my face on camera, so it is what it is. But hope you like this honest review about it, and the results that I got, and make it a great year. See ya.